Hello, beautiful friends. So excited to be here with you. It's always exciting to be alive. Sometimes life is not exactly peachy, but deep down within us is a source. And this source is eternal bliss, believe it or not. And it's all about finding it, looking for it, attuning with it, and then being outside of that which seems to be happening on the outside. To me, that's the hardest thing Divine Mother ever explained to me. And she wanted me to speak about this. And actually, she just told me during the song. So I didn't even have the slides prepared. So I quickly had to look for the visuals for this. So let's take a look at this. As a human being in this physical reality, I totally understand what it's like to be truly human. I truly understand the conditions we have here. I've seen suffering, experienced it myself. I've seen trauma, experienced it myself, and so on and so on. I've seen disease, experienced it myself. But also when it's our loved ones, sometimes it's harder when it's our loved ones. And so let me just say, I know it. Because if I said life has always been easy, how could I speak about it? How could I ever speak to someone who's suffering if I didn't know it? So I'm grateful. I am grateful. I know what it's like to hurt. It is really important because, we need to be able to relate to the human condition. And so as we relate to the human condition, we know it can be hard and also it can be really wonderful. It can be heartbreaking and it can be blissful. It can be the greatest experience ever. And also it can be pretty awful. So this is the duality. This is what happened on planet Earth. And this is what was never meant to be as far as I know. And sometimes the divine game can be so big that what seems to be within the game as the truth might not be true at all. So I will speak about an experience that I spoke about before, just because that's exactly what needs to be said today. And so I'll go there. Once upon a time, let me start there. I went through my training of many years of meditation, and the training was mainly internal. All my training mainly was an internal training, which means you open up the multidimensional self. And as you open up your multidimensional self, you actually move through the limitations of the human self. You start actually perceiving realities through your many subtle bodies. And as you start perceiving reality through your many subtle bodies, you keep building the skill so that it's reliable, not random, and so that you can then see beyond the veil of illusion. The veil of illusion is something that not many people actually can even imagine what it really is. To me, it's a stargate. To me, there is a stargate that actually allows us to exit this limited version of reality and go into the divine reality. So within the divine reality, you just see what I would call as divine truth. But again, who knows? And so coming back, you go into the world, which does have a veil. And so here, everything seems so real. Everything seems this and that, we can give it labels good and bad and healthy and ill and poor and rich. But once you go through the portal, you step into divine reality where you see what I would call really the truth of creation, which is much bigger and really beautiful. And so this was something that my guides were teaching me to actually practice. And so once you build your multidimensional self, it's like a tower. You are activating the floor, kind of each floor, you activate each floor. You realize that you are part of something really big. And you are gaining your true divine confidence, which is not spiritual ego, but it is divine confidence in all humility that you are so little and you get to be here and you get to be somewhere else too at the same time. And so after so many years of this, I got to meet the great yogi Yogananda on the inner planes. And to me, this was something so unexpected. And yet it was a realization of something so ancient, because we are connected to certain beings through ancient origin. And these are what I call the soul families of light. And they come together into this world to perform miracles in a way, and to assist, really, to bring as many people as possible to self-realization, and to bring as many people as possible to actually God, to Divine Mother. And So Yogananda was training me for, 2 years every single day. And again, it seems like maybe a short time, and that's wonderful. But it's again like about activating the next level of your own consciousness, so that you are a very steady building. So like a pyramid of light. And then you have all those levels, and those, every time you lay the next level of your pyramid, you have better view of things, and you have access to higher dimensions in a reliable manner, because we don't want to be so random about this. And so one night, many years after my training ended with Yogananda visited me, and this was here in Santa Rosa. And that happened several times, actually. And it's funny because, he used to come to Santa Rosa in the physical body to be with Luther Burbank. And so for those of you who know about Luther Burbank, you know that Luther Burbank, he was, to him, a saint. Yogananda felt that Burbank was able to really beautify nature, to work with nature, to understand nature, and to help her to evolve. That's amazing when you think about it. That's something really important for us humanity, because we at this point are supposed to fall in love with nature again and to beautify her, not only by allowing her to be herself, but also by assisting her to be even a better version of herself. And so Luther Burbank, he did amazing things with biology of nature. And so Yogananda, he dedicated his most famous book, ever written, I think, after the Bible. Maybe it's the second, third, I don't know, most popular book in the world, I think. I don't know exactly. And that he dedicated it to a guy from Santa Rosa who worked with nature. And he called him a saint, Luther Burbank. And so one thing about that is that, this is what we are supposed to do. We are supposed to do what our ancient people did. We supposed to look at nature and say, wow, this is so beautiful. And what about if we assist nature to be even more beautiful, to be even more perfect, and do it without violating nature, but do it with love? And so Yogananda came to visit me several times here in Santa Rosa. And I think, it's by design that I live here, actually, just to be on the same land. Thank you for putting it in the chant. And so one night he came and he says, okay, wake up. Wake up, my children, wake up. And he says, command the creator of all that is to reveal, and I want to say itself, to you. And so Yogananda said, say this: creator of all that is, reveal yourself to me. Now, this reminded me exactly of the stories we have, for example, in the best-selling book on this planet, which is the Bible, and where it says, when you tell the mountain to move, the mountain must move. So this was the same kind of confidence, that you have no doubt. And this is something that we train for. I trained for it as a 4-year-old already. I remember the training. And so, it's a big story. But why is this so important? It is so important to humanity to remember that we have divine confidence, and that when we say creator of all that is, reveal yourself to me, the creator must reveal itself to you when your divine confidence is at 1,000%. Just a moment, my dog wants to come inside. So this is the kind of thing we are here to do. Not to be what Divine Mother would call the begging children, asking for this and that, but to command through our divine self, knowing who we are, creator of all that is, reveal yourself to me. And so, with Yogananda's help, after so many years of training, somehow, I always say somehow, I was ready to command the creator. And what revealed itself to me was pretty unusual. And again, you've heard me tell the story, but some things need to be repeated, because this was huge. And it was really the creator of all that is revealed itself to me. I cannot even call it he or she. I called the being, if it at all can be called being, I called the being Mu, that I only gave that name for a reason, and I will explain that. So what just came to me after that, so I was with Yogananda, and I trust him with all my heart. And I know that what came as a response was very unusual. And normally I would be so confused by it, but because Yogananda was there, I'm less confused. And so, have you heard about Indra's web? Indra's web is strings of jewels. And so the being that appeared was a being made of strings of jewels. And I mean jewels, rainbow jewels. The most interesting thing, and all of it is interesting, I hope, is that the being didn't have arms and legs like we do, didn't have a head like we do, but it was a being that I would compare to probably an octopus without the body, because there was only strings and jewels. And so I was looking at this being, didn't have eyes, didn't have a mouth. It was strings of jewels. And I mean jewels like rainbow jewels. And so again, I could just, look at Yogananda and say, whoa, this is the creator of all that is. Beyond all the forms, this was strings of jewels, Indra's web, Indra's net. Thank you, Grace. And I got to speak to that being, the creator of all that is. Now, this was so interesting because it was also beyond Divine Mother, but yet it seemed like 8 arms. And you know how often Divine Mother was depicted with 8 arms or 6 arms? How many arms? How many arms was she depicted with, right? And the yogis found many different explanations for it. But to me, it was like strings of jewels that looked like arms, just like an octopus. You could also say a spider woman, or, we have so many traditions that speak about the spider grandmother, the spider woman. And so I only can describe it as that. And the head was also made of these strings of jewels, which made it look like a crown, as if the entire head was a royal crown. So interesting, because it also made me think about, why do we have royal crowns with jewels and with gold? And again, it's just incredible. So me and the creator of all that is, with Yogananda by my side, have this amazing conversation about all that is. And why I call the creator Mu when that is not its name. So I say it, even though it could possibly, you would say, is, it's impossible actually to say what, so it's it. But the creator of all that is explained to me how reality has been created. And so I was told that at the core of creation is a point of unity. It is the point of oneness of all that is. It's also called the 0 point. And the creator told me that that is also what we would call Christ consciousness, the absolute presence of love, and the center of all things, the heart of creation. And then I was told that from this point of oneness came the first original polarity, the Divine Mother and the Divine Father. And so today I speak also about the Divine Mother, and I speak about the Divine Father. I don't have pictures here because I really quickly put it together, but pretty much as if you said that this is the original point of creation from which you have the polarity of Mother, Father, God that come out. You could also, I think that's a good one. So this is the original creation, the beautiful polarity, the goodness of the polarity. It's all love. And so then what happened in this world, I was told, is that the polarity became, I always say the word distorted. I haven't found a better way, the way to describe it. And that one side became preferred by some, and then the other side became preferred by others. Well, if it was in this beautiful original polarity where Divine Mother and Divine Father emanated from the heart of creation, then it would be strange for any beings within creation to say, well, I don't like Divine Mother, but I like Divine Father. I don't like Divine Father, but I like Divine Mother. I like the divine masculine, but I don't like the divine feminine. I like time, but I don't like space. I don't like matter, but I like antimatter. So you get it, what happened. So in this world, I was told that we created actually distortion by certain preferences that led to more and more and more distortions. And we ended up with so-called good and evil, where so many billions of people would probably think that when we are in the camp of good, we point across the point of oneness to the other camp and say, you guys, you are not good. Maybe you are even evil. You surely are bad. And so it created this out of balance world. And so I was told that this creates constant imbalance within creation here. Divine Mother then later explained this to me, and she said this creates the pendulum swinging from right to left, from left to right, but it never stays still. And she said the goal is to be still in the middle. Stillness, complete, you would say almost nothingness. But she also taught me that in that nothingness, we experience the absolute fullness, because it is only in the center, which is really the middle. You know, I always say the middle path is, to me, the path of the heart. And so in the middle is all love. I actually have seen other worlds where this happened too. So there are other worlds that are out of balance. Great question. And so, as you know from the stories that Patricia Cota-Robles says as well, and some of the stories that I remember from the beginning of times here in Mu, this distortion came from elsewhere. It didn't just come out of nowhere. It actually came from elsewhere to planet Earth. And so we've been living in this, constantly going right to left. Now, the thing was that this being, the creator of all that is, revealed to me something really magical. Now, again, I didn't know what to do with it because I never heard of it before, and it's not really well known. So the creator told me that to be able to connect with the true core of creation, I should be chanting Mu, M-U, from the core of my heart, from the greatest love that I can possibly feel, and chant Mu. And that when I chant Mu, I was told I will be able to again bring the creator of all that is back to this world to have a response. Now, I personally never heard of Mu chanting. So I was told by this creator, which is a big deal, that also the religious God that we have in this world, or many different religious gods, were created more like a dead end road. This was exactly the words. So the faith that people have in these religious gods is not actually the real creator of all that is. And again, it's a big deal to say something like this, but I'm just repeating it, so hopefully I'm not offending anyone. And that to find the truth of creation, we need to actually seek a little bit beyond, you know, the religious gods, and to find even that which is beyond Divine Mother, to go really deep, 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 you know, into the core of all that is, and to connect with that kind of nothingness and yet everythingness, the original point of creation. So this is a big deal. You know, the next day I was totally shocked, didn't know what to do with this. I Googled, of course, you know, I drew pictures because I wanted to document this, because it was really two trumpets of creation. That the two trumpets was really as if you were looking at the yin and yang. It was really looking at matter and antimatter. It was almost like looking at a trumpet that goes to one side and it has, you know, what we would call dark matter. And then you would look at the other side and it was the light. So it was really interesting. And so, of course, I Googled if anyone has ever chanted Mu. And so first I couldn't find anything for the longest time. And then I found some Zen Buddhist monks. And I was blown away by what I found. In ancient Zen Buddhist teachings, there was something about Mu, truly, M-U. And the M-U was considered to be the most powerful mantra to be chanted. They said it was similar to chanting Om to them. And they chanted Mu as long as it took to be enlightened. And this is a really long time ago. And then I found more, all of it in Zen Buddhism, that they try to describe what Mu is. In Mu Kuan, yeah, that's what I found. And so they said it means nothing. But the thing is that actually, I read quite a bit about it after, and the Zen Buddhist monk who actually achieved enlightenment was suggesting that we don't even call it nothing, because it is everything, but it can only be achieved through nothing. Very similar to the teachings of the Tao Te Ching. And now the entire teachings of the Tao Te Ching, please do listen to it through these filters now, the different perception, translated by Stephen Mitchell. You can have it on YouTube for free. So it is the point of nothingness, and yet at the same time, it is the absolute everythingness. And so I also read a story about one of the Zen Buddhist monks who achieved enlightenment after he chanted Mu for several days and several hours, and even some of them many years. And then he came back from his enlightenment in a way to speak to the other monks, and they asked him a question. And his answer to that question was Mu. And then they said, well, what about this then? And the answer to the question was Mu. And then they said, well, what about this? And the answer was Mu. And so you get it. When we achieve the consciousness of Mu, everything is Mu. And I thought, how funny. The holy cow, right? How funny that. So Mu told me, I called the being Mu, I'm sorry, because I just wanted to give that creator being some names. And so for me, then it would make sense why cows are considered to be holy, because the sound is definitely Mu. And the key was not how many times I repeat it, which you can also learn in the Zen Buddhist practices, I believe. I don't know how many how much they recommend that you chant it. But the creator of all that is just asked that I chant it with the uttermost love. And so in that love, we forget all that is. And the idea was not to think at all, but to just feel. I love that uttermost. Thank you. So that we just feel the love. And so that to me is something that not many people talk about. And I also don't know how often Mu reveals itself to humanity, because this was beyond. And then, of course, I always say I'm so confused about it all after all. Because then when you meet Divine Mother and you meet Divine Father, you say, well, hang on a second. So who is Mu? If this is Mother, Father, God, and Gina, I want to say, yeah, really wonderful. And once again, explore yourself, because I experienced something incredible after this. So of course, I got to experience the nothingness. But in that nothingness, I realized the everythingness, and it is all beyond the good and evil. It is beyond all judgment, which led me back to that beautiful quote, if anyone can put it in the chat, by our beloved Rumi in Sufism, that beyond the good and evil, beyond the right and wrong, we will find really what I would call now the truth. And I always say the truth is not words, but it is this place within, the place in the middle of all things, the place that seems like the 0 point, where we stop distorted reality, we stop distortions of all kinds, we go beyond all illusions, even if they seemed, yes, thank you, there is a field and I will meet you there, thank you. And so that's exactly what it is. And, then creation is very, very big. And what's really so fascinating is that when you look at Ishak Bentov, Ishak Bentov, I mention him often. He was an Israeli engineer, inventor, great mystic. And Linda, thank you for posting that quote from Rumi, because to me, Rumi knew. Beyond all things is the greatest love. It is the greatest, absolutely unbelievable love. And that love does not have an opposite. There is no fear opposing that love. That point in the middle is the point of absolute consciousness, which does not have an opposite, which would be unconsciousness. It deletes all dualities in a way, and all that remains is oneness. And so this, to me, I don't know why it was revealed like this in this lifetime, you know. And so then, you know, I was able to have access to this point in the middle and communicate through my mu chanting. And I learned a lot. And what I learned is that the point in the middle is the point of truth. And so that's beyond words, beyond any teaching. It's energy. It's a state of being that we all can achieve because we all have the same design within us. And in a way, it is the explosion of love within us. It really is. And then there are no words needed, because then it's like the Tao Te Ching. The other interesting thing that I'll mention, just one more thing, if you don't mind, is that I was told exactly what the Tao Te Ching teaches. If we focus too much on one side of this game, we create the other side as a response. When someone focuses too much on, you know, I don't know, the light, like I want to just be the light in this world, but they do it from this split kind of unconsciousness, then at the same time they are creating their own shadow. So you cast your shadows in a way. So the key is to always check in with yourself and to always create from oneness within. And to me, this is the biggest teaching. You know, it even goes beyond Mother, Father, God, kind of, because they emerged from this. And so when you go straight there, really try, you know. And again, for me, that started a journey, and it's a kind of funny journey, because then Divine Mother would come and she would always put you back into the middle and say, go back to the middle. And the middle, again, to me, it has nothing to do with moderation, as very often it is described. It has everything to do with this. We stop the pendulum from swinging. And the pendulum is usually our own mind, right? Our own mind is full of judgment usually. And so what happens? The judgment stops. There is no such thing as, oh, this person is this or that, and this situation is this or that. It just is. And so the biggest teaching, I always say, that I have come across that really truly understands this is actually the Tao Te Ching. So if you read every verse, you will find exactly this. And it always needs to return to nothingness, where the master doesn't even try to achieve a thing and yet does a lot. You know, then it's the whole dichotomy, of course, unveiling itself, isn't it? If anyone can look into the Tao Te Ching, they will find all of this, and now it can be understood. So Divine Mother says, if we pull too far to the right, we go too far to the left. And so on, the dot in the middle of the circle, that's it. It's really beautiful. And also, I think there is a big misunderstanding, and I'm talking a lot today, so maybe the meditation will be still beautiful, but we'll do like a shorter one, because this is our second last day. Tomorrow is our amazing full moon. And so that's going to be incredible. So then how do we apply this, right? How do we apply this to our world? Exactly. So the yin and yang symbol is very important. Sadhguru in one of his videos said he has no opinions yet. That's really the best, to be incredibly loving, joyful, connected to the divinity within you. Like I think Uncle Jesus, he was able to also do that. And then be all love without actually having even a notion of this distorted reality. So when you are all health, then all around you heals spontaneously. When you are all abundant, everyone around you becomes abundant because you no longer contain this distortion of duality. You become the oneness of all things within yourself. You become the ultimate healer when you can embody this true oneness of all things, in which you only see all things through the lens of your divine self. So, good polarities exist within creation. They have to. It is the light and it is the dark. It is the, the black space and the stars. They are good creative polarities. It is the divine mother. It is the divine father. It is the tall. It is the short. It is the heavy. It is the light. It is the big. It is the small. All of it. These are very good. We need creation, right? Like that. Absolutely. But why should we distort it by saying, I don't like small, I like big, I don't like old, I like young, Then the mind gets lost in the distortions of it instead of embracing all that is as one. And then we only have one lens, and it is a lens through which we see all as being well. And this was an encounter I had with Uncle Jesus. Again, it's an experience. Hopefully it's okay with you guys if I just keep on sharing, and then we'll meditate a little and we'll do some chanting. So, thank you. Then Uncle Jesus appeared, and this was not the first time. He appeared to me several times, and it was the first time really, I was about 8 years old when he kind of started channeling through my consciousness in words. And then later in life, it happened usually when the Kundalini awakened, when the life force went up into the pineal gland or into the crown. And so then you have suddenly the ability to see into these higher realms and communicate with these beings. And so one night, and this was also here in Santa Rosa, actually, it's funny. He came again, they wake you up in the middle of the night and say, hey, we're going somewhere together. And so he gave me the experience of not having a human filter through which I see life. We are going to do some Yogananda band, but just the shorter ones, if that's okay with you. Because if we did a full one, it's going to be half an hour. And I feel that the transmission is happening right now so beautifully, and that it's very applicable to our lives. So, Uncle Jesus took away my human filter of looking at the world. And imagine if you no longer perceive this reality or any other reality through the filter of your human self, then what do you see then? Because when you look at the world through your human self, you might see everything based upon what you knew before, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you remember, what you don't remember. And then we project it. And we say, oh, I don't like this. I really like this. I hate this actually. And I really, really love this. And so this is the human filter. And we have ideas. And so I've shared this story before, but again, it's very applicable to this. So Uncle Jesus took me to San Francisco, out of all the places. So San Francisco has a very big homeless population, and a lot of the homeless population is also on drugs, and so on and so on. We know how that works. And again, that would be the human self, right? And so we went together on public transport, which is, a train. And there was a person begging for money, and it was a homeless person. And without the filter, I got to see who we truly are. The human self was going to say, this person is poor, needs money, is in a bad situation. And then without the filter, I saw the rainbow light in that person so beautifully, like it is in all of us. And how everything in this world is a role that we play. And the role seems very real. And in this role, the person is someone who is in a situation like that, where they beg for money, they live on the street. But when the mask is taken off, that person is a divine child of God with all the rainbow light within, and there is no lack and there is no limitation, There is no disease. There is no poverty. There is no drug addiction, nothing. It's all gone. There is only beautiful rainbow light within, which is a child of God. So when I saw this, I got so excited, and I was telling the guy on the train, you are totally abundant. You are totally abundant. Look at the rainbow light within you. I see your truth. And that is the healing. This is how Jesus healed people. He could see their own well-being. He could see the perfection behind all things. He could see that truth, and he spoke to that truth within. And so the person was healed because they remembered through his seeing who they truly are, and so they became restored. To me, this is the power in all of us now, in all of us. If someone can have that amazing confidence within, that they see the truth which is within all of us, all are restored. The ultimate healing, that's right. But number one, we have to remember first for ourselves. But again, I couldn't see it as long as I had the human filter. With the human filter, I saw a person who was struggling. Without the human filter, I only saw perfection and amazing abundance, amazing abundance. And so Divine Mother taught me another thing. So number one, I would say experiment with the chant of Mu and call in that amazing everythingness. Divine Mother always wants us to create from that center of love, from the center of the heart. She always wants us to create from this amazing, no filter self. So beyond all the masks is the one who really is divine. And from that place, we perform miracles. So people always say, I want to perform miracles. I want miracles to happen to me. Yes, but first we have to give up the mask that is covering up the miracle energy. The miracle energy runs through all of us equally. And I know it's not always easy to get to it, because first the masks have to all go. So again, you know, these right now transmissions, so I'm transmitting, I'm completely burning here. The fire of God is burning brightly within us. And so this is remembrance, you know, it's remembrance. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, I'm not just telling a story, as you know, it's awakening all of us. Divine Mother said that this will feel like a flintstone. I think that's what it's called. We ignite the truth within us. And so the ignition is really important. That is true remembrance. So I do believe the ultimate healer is within. And when you uncover the healer within you, which is the miracle maker, you can then awaken that amazing remembrance in everyone around you. I do think this was the power of Jesus. It requires incredible, incredible divine confidence, of course, which is unshakable. So when you see a sick person, you do not see a sick person anymore, and that heals. The other thing that Divine Mother taught me, which she speaks about often, is the 4 steps, and that is to relax, to let go, to trust, and to surrender so that she can fill us up. She can fill us up only when we relax the mask of humanness, when we let go of all the masks of the personality self, when we have divine trust, and in that divine trust, we truly surrender. And so it is. And so let's bring in the mother. And we're going to do our meditation, will be the powerful meditation of chanting with the mother. We're going to do 108 of I'm Clean Soul. And again, I always say, allow her to move through you for the pronunciation to be perfect. But what really matters to me is what is in the heart when we chant. How much confidence, how many masks can fall. And so let's call her in. So, you know, it's only 10 minutes because it's 108 times. And Sri Kaleshwar will be guiding us from the bottom of our hearts we can call her in. So here we go.
Om Aim Klim Som. 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 Om Klim Saum. Om. Aim 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 Klim Saum.
And so it is. So what to expect when we chant like this? We are making a phone call, as you know. This is not just chanting. We are calling in the most powerful Divine Mother, our cosmic parent. And then when we surrender to her, magic unfolds. It's pretty incredible. And so I kind of created the chant myself by editing certain things. And so you will be able to find it. I'm going to post this video. And so I understand that my email said that we're going to do the divine will with Orin, but let's do it tomorrow at this time. We did it with the earlier call, if that's okay with you. And tomorrow on the full moon, we will be working with the divine will. And so, as you know, tomorrow is the full moon. And so we are concluding our journey, and our journey will then continue. And we will get together for a very powerful event, which will be the equinox. Haridas Kaur. Is the equinox in Australia then fall equinox? So that here in Northern Hemisphere, it is spring equinox. I assume autumn, thank you. And so once again, we are every day being guided by Divine Mother. Every single day. I would never do anything without her because I want to know this is what's needed. Oh, Gabriella, haven't seen you, my love. And so we will be preparing. Please know, you want to be in a group, ideally, physically, one day before the equinox, on the equinox, and at least one day after the equinox, if you can. So please organize a small group. If it is your family, a few friends, it is absolutely essential to be at least a small collective. And this small collective needs to be aligning with the earth the day before, on, and at least one day after. There will be massive harmonic frequency going through the earth like never before. And we will be the ones receiving it, working consciously with it. Tomorrow's full moon. Awesome, awesome. I'm excited. So I think it's 20th, 21st, 22nd, ideally. We want to do all those 3 days. And so we will be guided again by Divine Mother, whatever activities we do, a little bit of online, and then everybody hopefully will be able to do the earth. And so if you have a moment, we're going to do the closing invocation to the electrons. It takes 5 minutes. At least the first part is really important. And the second part is more like commanding. And I wanted to reveal something now that I see Celia putting this into the chat. There is a mantra, Divine Mother taught, not mantra, sorry. There is a mudra the Divine Mother taught me. And it is a mudra that is very often used by people to keep their fingers crossed. So when you cross your index finger and you cross your middle finger, right? That's I keep my fingers crossed. Why? If anyone can put in the chat, why do people do it? Hope, right? Good luck. The thing is, Divine Mother told me that when we cross our fingers, the index finger and the middle finger, that is also collapsing. So middle and index. So the way she taught me that is the middle over the index finger. And that, she said, will be collapsing distorted duality. So whenever you're thinking something that you know is a distorted duality, cross your fingers. Thank you, Lorraine. Exactly. Cross your fingers like that, middle over the index, and that will collapse that duality. Quite incredible. So beautiful. I do it on my both hands. I do it at the same time. So whenever I want to collapse dualities, I just cross both hands, those fingers, And so that works really well. And I'm going to stand up to invoke to the electrons. Join me, repeat it out loud if you can, with passion, with the truth within us, which is knowing what is what.
I am now ready for the decree to the precious electrons. In the name of the almighty presence of God, I am, and through the full power of the threefold flame pulsating in my heart, I speak directly to the intelligence within every electron of precious life energy existing in my earthly bodies and the earthly bodies of every soul evolving on earth. Blessed electrons, through the power of God, I am. I command that the flame of purity in the central core of your being now expand, expand, and expand continuously and permanently. Through the power of God, I am. I direct the crystalline white flame of purity to remove any shadows cloaking the electrons within my physical, etheric, mental, and emotional bodies. Remove any shadows cloaking the electrons within the physical, etheric, mental, and emotional bodies of every man, woman, and child. And remove any shadows cloaking the remaining electrons existing in the physical, etheric, mental, and emotional strata of planet Earth. O sacred flame of purity, cast any shadow into the violet flame and transmute every rate of vibration which is discordant. Transmute every rate of vibration that is causing any form of limitation in my life or in the world. As the flame of purity quickens the vibratory rate of each electron, I witness any cloak of darkness now being cast into the violet flame. Any shadows created by my past misuse of God's precious gift of life are instantly transmuted into radiant light. Through the grace of God, I am experiencing this very moment the blazing white light of purity, expanding, expanding, and expanding in every electron on Earth, until anything causing limitation in my life or on the planet can no longer exist. As the power of God, I am. I accept that this purification is being accomplished now, even as I call, through the most intensified activity of the flame of purity ever known on Earth. I accept that this purification is victoriously accomplished now. I accept that the flame of purity will daily and hourly intensify within the core of purity in every electron, every time I make this call. I am the immaculate concept of my I am presence, abiding within my fifth dimensional solar light bodies. I am holding the sacred space until all life on this sweet earth is wholly ascended and free. And so it is, beloved I am. I now invoke a cosmic dispensation from our Father, Mother God on behalf of the precious electrons. In the full power and authority of the presence of God, I am. I make this call to our Father God, the celestial giver of all life, and to our Mother God, the beloved Holy Spirit. I invoke a cosmic dispensation that no longer may the electronic light substance of the universe be misqualified or imperfectly closed by the sons and daughters of God. I invoke a cosmic dispensation wherein the electrons will be invulnerably charged with purity's flame in action, and passing through humanity's earthly bodies, which are the open doors to its expression in the physical world, the electronic light will remain within an invincible armor of divine love, emitting perfection, but allowing none of the discord of our physical, etheric, mental, or emotional vehicles to change the vibratory action, color, or sound of its comforting presence. I now contemplate for a moment what I have just decreed, and I begin to fathom the blessing humanity's heartfelt call to the flame of purity is for the precious electrons serving all life now in the physical world. I realize as never before that I have come to Earth to love life free, and through my concentrated efforts, so I shall. And so it is. Beloved, I am.
And so it is. Thank you for this amazing service to humanity. You know, we are all one. It's not an illusion. It really is. And so whatever we do here goes out to everyone in this world. So we generate a lot of beautiful divine energy because we know, we remember. And so it is. So tomorrow is a full moon. We'll have 2 events. And the evening event at 5 p.m. we'll be doing the activation with the divine will, which I skipped today. So thank you so much. Many blessings.